Okay, guys, guess who's back? It's me, Hope the Prac, your favorite provider. Okay, guys, just a couple of tips about coronavirus. I hadn't brought you guys a video in the past couple of days, not because I don't care, not because I don't have new information, but it gets to a point where it's almost an overkill. And I don't want to be redundant in the things that I say and the things that you're listening to on the news, but the things that I do bring to you are the things that I know that you may not be as likely to hear quite often. And today I'm just going to bring you a couple little tips about how to stay healthy and some things that are probably conflicting in the news. Um, you'll hear in the news right now and also see on the CDC website that the people who are most likely to have to be transmitting the disease are the ones that are symptomatic. Well, guys, and even I have said that too. That's what I found out from them, as well as some other sources. However, after doing a lot of research, looking at cases from China, looking at cases from other areas, and doing just taking it a bit further and reading for myself, because I'm not one of those people that just take everything firsthand. I like to do a lot of research because I feel like that God want me to make sure that I give you all the best news possible to kind of help you all. And so after looking at all the different research, one particular journal that I am very fond of, and it's called the New England Medical Journal, and they do a lot of research that we don't always see reported by the CDC. But if you ever want to know something and really know, that is a good source. And so with the New England Medical Journal, they pay particular attention to the fact that a lot of coronavirus is spread by people who are asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, meaning that between 2 to 2.9 days prior to a person ever having any symptoms, they're already spreading the virus. So there are people who are walking around seemingly they're not sick, or they may have symptoms that are so mild until they're dismissive. They're dismissing the symptoms that they're having simply because they feel like it's nothing to it. When you have the cough or even just the mild headache, or better yet, there have been cases now where people only thing people have reported is that they felt tired, you know, and that's all they had, tired and having a headache. Well, it's the cold system season, it's the flu season. So they totally dismissed those things. And those were the people who were spreading the coronavirus because the symptoms were so mild and they so were along the lines of what we expect for this time of the year, until by the time they went and were tested, if they were ever tested, because a lot of them were not, they were already coronavirus positive. And you guys, what they're doing is they're taking the virus and they're actually measuring. Once they measure how much virus is in the body, they measure the amount of it. Then they take that amount and they inject it into another cell. And they look at that cell and they determine from how much is in that cell if you are at a point where you are more likely to spread the virus, or if the virus is not enough in that cell that it should pose a problem for someone else. So guys, please be mindful. I've told you before that the people that they were most concerned about were our elderly, those who had comorbids or pre-existing conditions such as heart disease, pulmonary disease, or lung disease. But you guys, and also such things as autoimmune disease, diabetes, cancers, HIV. All of those problems all of those illnesses are serious and could be life threatening for a person who may possibly obtain the coronavirus. But let me say this, and I know they're talking about it in the news, but let me help reiterate that young people, just because it may not affect you so heavily, it may affect your parents, it may affect your grandparents. So please be mindful that just because you're virile, you're strong, you know, you can still flex and turn up, that please know that you can still be killing your grandparents or your parents be mindful that just because it does not take you down through there, that it won't also take your parents down through there or your grandparents. We're finding out that the young people right now are some of the largest drivers of the coronavirus, because a lot of times they are asymptomatic or they do not show symptoms, and by the time we're seeing it in our elderly or our ill population, that's why it's so hard on them. Okay, so those were the main things that I wanted to let you guys know. As of right now, um, places like Greenwood LaFleur Hospital, they're not testing for the coronavirus. Delta Regional Hospital in Greenville wants you to call ahead. UMC wants you to call ahead. Most of the clinics are not testing. They're going to defer you to calling either your emergency room or either the Mississippi State Department of Health website. Office. So you guys make sure you call ahead first. Do not show up at any facility with those type of symptoms. I don't care if you do think you have a cold or not. Don't just show up, call ahead. And guys, please know that if you have been around anyone in a capacity, be it a funeral, be it a wedding, be it out to dinner, a party, whatever it is, if you have been around anyone and you have now developed a cough, headache, sore throat, please don't dismiss the fact that just because you've not been around anyone, that there's no way you can have coronavirus, because there are some people that may have the coronavirus that has never been tested right here, even in Greenville. So I'm just saying, be mindful, be smart, be be a recipient of what I'm saying, and take it to the next level to take care of yourself. Guys, you heard it from me first. I'm going to leave you with this number that you need for the health department. It is 1-877-978-6453. That's 1-877, excuse me, 978-6453. As always, I'm going to bring you what is best for you. The information is going to keep you healthy and keep you active and keep you guys safe. Peace.